So I got sent this article, and I think the article came out yesterday, the day before. It was Sean Layden talking some industry biz stuff, bro. Like he was talking about Game Pass and games in general and price of games. Like ex Sony executive, he took an L to Jim Ryan. What 2 years ago? Jim Ryan took his place because they had some internal shit going on at Sony, and Jim Ryan took his spot, gave that nigga the boot. Like, get out of here, bro. I'm in charge now. Now he works at some what company is that? He works at a company that help other game developers finish games and shit. Like a contracting company. That's he like joined a board, and now he's in an interview, and he had a whole lot of things to say. It wasn't just about Game Pass. He was talking about the game industry as a whole and how the price of games is going up to create, but the price of selling games haven't went up that much. Like even though Sony just went up another $10, he said that's not enough. That's not enough. Like he wants people to pay more for games because they pay more to make them, and it's kind of crazy when you think about that. But then he just got the boot. He probably wanted $80 games, and Sony was like, "Bro, you trying to tank us, nigga? Ain't nobody about to pay $80 for a game." But who knows? Let's get into this article though, because what he had to say is enlightened, and this is from a Sony website. So this is the Sony side of the story. So like they just took the bits that they wanted and then they make an article out of it because that's what they wanted. Yeah, Streamline Media. Yeah, I think they do help make games. They help people make games. They don't make their own games, but they help people make games, and then they make like I think they make like trailers and shit. They make all kinds. They do like marketing stuff for people that don't do it themselves. They like get contracted to do things. But it says it's hard to launch a $120 million game on a subscription service charging $10 a month. And then he goes to say, you pencil it out, you're going to have 500 million subscribers before you start to recoup your investment. And that's wild because like if you spend $120 million on a game, bro, and you put it in a subscription service, like if 25 million people are on there for $10 a month, you already made your money back and then some. With 500 million people, you trying to make $500 billion, bro, a month. Like that is ambition beyond ambition, bro. Like you're not even thinking properly with those numbers. Just because you spend $120 million to make one game doesn't mean you need $5 billion a month to sustain that. Like, that is exorbitant. That's a lot of fucking money, bro. That's hella money. And and he's talking about $120 million game. You need $5 billion in revenue a month to make that work. Where did those numbers come from? So this is ex Sony executive, by the way. So this is the reason Sony does the things that they do for the money that they have, because they games sell well, they consoles sell well. Sony knows how to make money, and they always want to make more of it. So they maximize profit at any chance they can. They not cutting no deals with no fans, bro. They not cutting no deals with no industry nowhere. You're going in and you're paying for everything that Sony has to offer because it's worth it. They tell you it's worth it, buy it from us. And they fans do that. They buy that shit. And Microsoft on the other hand is like, see, we understand everybody ain't got the guap. Since we're a big company, we can throw these deals at you. You can buy the game full price, or you can come in $10 a month, entry level shit. You can play it monthly. Pay the subscription, you get to play the game. No long-term commitments, no contracts. You're not shelling out, and then they end up making more money in the long run. Sony wants money right now, bro. And he's saying like you need $5 billion that month, nigga, for $120 million game, or you ain't making no money. That's crazy, bro. That's exorbitant amount of money. And if you don't understand where I'm getting this 5 billion from, 500 million subscribers for $10 a month is $5 billion that month for 500 million subs. That's a lot of fucking money, bro. That's an exorbitant amount of money. And he's talking about just to launch a $120 million game on a subscription service. Not to just launch a whole subscription service. No, to launch one big AAA game on there. That's mad, bro. That is wild. But that's how he thinks about it, I guess. Like that is legit his vision on gaming. Like if you're not making 5 billion a month, you're not making no money. Like that would be lovely to be making 5 billion a month just to throw money at what? Like if you're only using 120 million to make a game, $5 billion is exorbitant. You can probably make a lot of games with that, or you're just pocketing money. You just want a whole lot of money to just throw in your pocket, bro. Because like you're definitely not investing that back into the platform. Because what it sounds like, if you only need 120 million just to recoup, you want 5 billion to recoup. What? What? I mean, making double that is recouping because you make your money back. You're in the black. Then you go in the green, another 120 million. That's good. That's recouping, bro. 5 billion is maximizing profit, bro. And I mean, like, if you want to make money, like hardcore make money, then like this is the tactics that niggas go to. Then he acknowledged that Microsoft taking a loss leading position initially in order to sustain and grow the Game Pass's user base. See, what people forget is that Game Pass started hellas ago. It's big now, but they took the loss when they were already losing. So now they're only up, and people must have forgot that because this generation started, and all they've been seeing is Game Pass ads and how Game Pass has been hidden in every way, shape, and form. Even though Microsoft haven't launched their own games until legit yesterday, their first big game came out, which was Flight Sim, which is great. Flight Sim on console, A1. But still, then he goes to say, if you have 250 million consoles out there, you're not going to get 500 million subscribers. Now he's talking about console sales. So you need to sell 500 million consoles to get 500 million subs to get the recoup on your $120 million game that you just launched in there. So you want to make, what is that, $1 trillion on console sales? $1 billion a month? I mean, no, 5 billion a month in game in subscription revenue just to recoup on one $120 million game. Like, I'm quick mathing it. I might be off a little bit on some zeros. But bro, you're moving wild with that statement, bro. That's a lot of fucking money. First, you gotta sell 500 million consoles, he's saying. Because if you only have 250 million consoles, so you're never gonna get the $500 million subscribers that you need to recoup on $120 million for a game. And like, does this have to be right now? Or do you have to make this shit back instantly is what he's saying? Like, you can't, oh, this can't be over time. This can't be gradually. Like, you have to make that shit back right now. But I mean, to his credit, like, Sony is making mad money on a console games, selling on console alone. And then they just make a little bit more when it goes to PC, and they don't really care because they already made mad money on a one game. Because like Ratchet and Clank, it just came out a month ago, I think, a month and a half ago, give or take. And the last numbers I saw is it sold like 1 million already, like 1 million copies. And like if everybody paid 70 for that, they made 70 million on 4 hours of game. Oh, for Ratchet and Clank. Like, I don't know how much they spent on it. I don't know the budget for it, but if it was 120 million, they already made 70 in a month. And I mean, they still have time to make more overtime, but they didn't make 120 million easy like the first month, bro. But I mean, the subscription, you want to make 5 billion? You're not making $5 billion on Ratchet and Clank, bro. Like you're not. I don't understand where that's coming from, but I don't understand how the business side of this works. I'm just looking at these numbers like, bro, you were talking mad. You're talking wild, bro. You're talking wild on this. And then yeah, he's skeptical on the gaming model. Even though yeah, Satya himself, the fucking CEO of Microsoft, said it is working. This man's like, I don't see it. I don't see it. And he said xCloud had limited reach. I mean, cell phones, tablets, laptops, PCs, Xboxes. That's real limited on reach, bro. Like all those internet connected devices can run xCloud. If that's limited, I don't know what unlimited is, because from what I'm seeing and what I've been doing with xCloud, that's unlimited reach, bro. I can go on xCloud on any fucking device in my house. Like, if it has a browser, it has xCloud now, and that's crazy. These like when I'm reading this, most of the stuff sound like he said it in the past, and then there's the source article, which is a source article from the past, because this sounds like he said this shit in the past, but this article came out legit Tuesday. And then he talking about this was last year, and there was another interview he had. He's talking about game prices going up. He's talking about consolidation. He's the enemy of diversity. Was he talking about what? Studio acquisitions? But I mean, it's kind of the opposite on the Xbox end. Like, he's talking from the perspective of PlayStation for sure. But like, it seems he doesn't. Shortly after the talk with Game Lab, raised their game prices. That was last year. It doesn't match the rate of inflation over 20 years. Wait, so these quotes from last year? See, I don't understand, bro. I really don't understand what's going on. Because if those quotes was from last year, bro, like these are dated, but everybody's talking about this now. Like this article came out now. The article we just read came out yesterday. Why was they talking about last year's comments then? Maybe the whole article wasn't from last year. Maybe some of it was new, some of it was old. But from what I'm seeing, they definitely like misquote. Can't say misquoted him, because if he said it, he said it. It's a quote from him. But like they definitely like took him out of context by a whole year, it seems. But I mean, hey, Sean Layden wants to make $5 billion a month on his games, and or it's not working. That's probably why Sony doesn't push PlayStation Now as hard as they should, especially with Game Pass doing so well, or supposedly doing so well. But hey, that's it. That's it. I don't know. Sean Layden, he said it. He said it. 5 billion monthly, or it's not working. So Phil, we need 500 million subs, bro, if it's not working.